It's fun because I feel like so many of you have found my channel because of the video that I did where I'm talking about the finale of season 40. And that's great because I love the challenge. I've been watching it for probably the last 15 years. It's a really great show. But I'm going to give you my thoughts on season 40 as a whole. Because honestly, majority of them are negative, and after coming off of a really bad season 39, my expectations were sky high for season 40. All the OGs were back. We have this new, cream of the crop, young guys and women that came in and were going to compete. But I feel like season 40 production and everything that went into it got in the way in the gameplay, and there are multiple examples of that. The first one, of course, is Tina's elimination challenge, where the nails were really loose on her board and she was able to just scoot her hammer all over that and was safe. The other one, I felt like there was an issue with Horacio and Derek's elimination where they went head-to-head where Horacio went out. And I thought that was a big missed opportunity. I think Horacio is, if he comes back, he's one of the best challengers they've had in the last 5 years, and he's excellent. Another one I thought was weird was the decision that after Era 1 was only Rachel. Like Rachel was the last member of Era 1. All of a sudden, then it was everyone for themselves. I thought the timing of that was really interesting. You could tell production definitely didn't want to lose everyone from Era 1 all at once. So I feel like they might have began the everyone for themselves arc a little too early in the season. Obviously, the karma points, that's a huge thing. Karma points should not be weighted into the finale. That should have been like a plus or a minus time-wise at the beginning. Your popularity should not result in you winning or losing. Especially when, like Michelle doesn't know a lot of these people. So they're not going to give her high marks, and Rachel's been there for over 20 years. So you can't fault Michelle for not playing the game for 20 years, but give Rachel kudos for just knowing people for this long. And that won her first place, a share of first place. I just feel like there were multiple times when production got in the way of challenges, the rules weren't clear, the games were no good, the eliminations were lame. I don't know, these last 2 seasons, I'm not excited by what I've seen. And yeah, it's good to have the OGs in there, it's great, but if you want to make this game good for a while, you have to promote the young stars, you have to make it more even, you have to stop tailoring to Eras 1 and Eras 2. Because if that's all you're going to do, you're never going to attract a new audience. Because eventually all those guys are in Era 1, they're going to retire. Like, they can't do this forever. CT and Bananas aren't going to be able to do this forever. So you have to let the new crop, Kylan, your Horacios, all those guys, you got to let them compete on an even playing field aside from what production thinks that we want to see. I don't know. We'll see what season 40 has in store. And don't even get me started on Challenge All-Stars. I have a completely different take on that.